Which, if y'all want a real laugh, y'all want a real fucking laugh. I didn't even have any of this on my quote-unquote docket for tonight. But you guys want a real fucking laugh. You guys want a fucking hilarious laugh. Oh, she just uploaded 8 hours ago today. So this is her current YouTube channel. I'm not trying to advertise her. Guys, don't subscribe. Okay? Don't beef up her fucking subscriber count. Her views are okay, right? At first notice, her views are actually pretty good when you look at it. But she's getting absolutely tore up from the floor up. Let me move this over. What's up, Gillis Grant? She's getting tore up from the floor up. Oh, hold on. I'm getting so confused because I have two monitors. Give me a second. She's also getting fucking ratioed. Look at this dislike ratio. Yeah, the comments are enabled, and we're going to go over that in a minute. What's up, Daniel? There's 448 dislikes, guys, to 71 likes. And we'll look at the comments. Let's go ahead and look at the comments. Well, oops, hold on. Why did it do that? It's because I zoomed in a lot. Give me a second. Okay. Let's sort by newest. 16 minutes ago, Cringe. Why'd you DM Smashes? Oh, damn. Thank you, David Elias. David Elias, for becoming a member. I appreciate that. Thank you so much. We got a new member of the Nuggy Nation. It is David. Appreciate that, guys. Shout out to all the channel members in the chat right now. I see y'all. Shout outs. If you're not a channel member yet, we got the join button. Now, you can see, why did you DM Smash's wife? Came to see if there's any supporters here. If there was, I couldn't find one. Not a single one. Laugh out loud. Anyway. Ratio to hell. Go play on the highway, Mercante. Shout outs to Stokes. They haven't been here in a while. Let me make that smaller. Says, you are unemployed because you've made yourself unhireable and a liability. If I interviewed someone for a job and saw online they were an activist and has lawsuits against people, I'd instantly know not to hire them. Companies are already starting to wise up and realize woke DEI nonsense is bad for business, and that is your brand, so what exactly is your value to get hired? Getting fucking cooked. So just to show you guys a preview, we'll watch this video a little bit. And I'll have to pause every few seconds because I do not trust that she would not copyright. So let's watch. Let's watch this. So these are like highlights from her YouTube channel, from her Twitch, right? This is the charismatic enigma that is now her after she's called all the people that are YouTubers reactionaries, after she's called all of us grifters and everything like that. She's become a reactionary news regurgitator herself. So let's watch. Oh, hold on 1 second. Since I put headphones in, it changed all my sound. Give me a second. Here we go. What's up,
To be
Sniping?
a games journalist takes luck, first of all. As you can see from the fact that I am one of hundreds of unemployed games journalists, the industry is shrinking. Modern media is disappearing, and it's...
I wonder why. I wonder why, because you guys can't do your jobs. You guys can't do your jobs at all. That's why. But watch. She's going to blame it on reactionary YouTubers.
Being replaced by influencer culture and reactionaries. You need to be a little bit more open-minded to the way in which you impart journalism as a games journalist in 2025. That's why.
So it's being taken over. Like within the first minute, she's already insulting reactionaries, YouTubers. But isn't that exactly what she's doing here? Isn't that exactly what she's doing here? Somebody explain that. And what does her fucking shirt say? Somebody said the shirt says, "I trade my boyfriend." What? I can't even read what it fucking says, but somebody pointed it out.
Why I'm trying this. I think you need to be flexible with the ways in which your stories, your reporting, your opinion pieces, your commentary, the ways in which you bring that to the world, the ways that you present it. So I think, yes, obviously, there's the traditional thing of Ollie Welsh writing about Black Myth Wukong, continuing its gaudy streak.
Like, she's one of those types where they try to sound intelligent while they're talking, but instead they're coming across as condescending, rude, insufferable. That's how they all act. They literally probably talk to people in real life like this. Sonichu is in the house, guys. We got fucking Sonichu here. Hang on one fucking second. I mailed Sonichu off. I mailed you off. I'm protected. I am protected. The curse did not get me. It could not get me. It will not get me.
And it getting published on Polygon.com. But there's also things like what I'm trying to do. It's not necessarily like proving to be the most lucrative thing in the world. And growing a Twitch channel takes a lot of work and a lot of time. There are so many people who have...
Yeah, it does. So reactionary content, all that's bad for her, but then she just admits that it takes a lot of work and a lot of time. So she is admitting the people that do hard work. The people that do it do invest a lot of time, but then she's the first one to try to shit talk Smash's streamer shed, right? A lot of hard work went into that.
Have become reactionary YouTubers who are making money and content off of this reporting that we all know is rooted in...
None of us are reporting. At least I'm not. How could you be reactionary but reporting? Reactionary means you're reacting to somebody else's reporting. Almost all of my videos, I'm reacting to some news article, somebody else's video, somebody else's report. And if it's a rumor, if it's a speculation, if it's something that's not confirmed, I come out and I say, this is just rumor. Take it with a grain of salt. I've never once said that I've had insiders. I've never once said that I have sources. And if somebody else says it, I say, hey guys, take it with a grain of salt because nothing's confirmed. And that's how the real world works. That's even journalism, whatever. There's nothing against any kind of rules. See, this is gatekeeping. This is how the Axis media, the journos like her, they try to gatekeep so that they don't lose whatever clout they have in their industry, so that they don't lose the perks that they have with industries, with studios, with developers. They're afraid that somebody sitting in a room like this could get popular enough to replace them, essentially. And there's nothing wrong with having a reaction. Okay? That's what a first impression is. That's what an opinion is. You could literally... She's literally looking at a fucking article right now. She's literally looking at an article right now and giving her thoughts on it. So what is the difference? Can somebody answer me what's the difference between what she's doing to what we do? She's literally doing the same exact fucking thing.
In obfuscations and lies and all of this stuff.
And no, they do it too. You can't tell me Kotaku doesn't withhold their bias in their articles, and that they spin narratives, and that they put certain kind of buzzwords and stuff in their writing.
So in my belief is that if there's somebody who is consistently online combating that, then that there is a way for this to be a new sort of avenue for modern video game journalists. And it could be good.
And you're doing that. You're doing that avenue. You're literally on YouTube and Twitch. So it's like, what's your point?
Good, but it is also very hard to get this up off the ground. So I think that is something that games journalists in 2025, they have to be willing to be a little bit more fluid with what they're doing and how they're doing it. That's why I want to do stuff like...
Yeah, you need to. You need to adapt. And she sees the writing on the wall. She wants to blame people for her losing her job, but she sees the writing on the wall.
This. Like, I know this stuff. I know these people that are reporting on these things. I know the PR people that are reaching out to them. And I think having a conversation about it, sitting down and saying, like, so let's put this into perspective. Black Myth Wukong wins Gotti at the Steam Awards. Okay, it's fan voted. Okay, why would Black...
She's going to go off on a tangent about why she doesn't like fan voting, and she's going to use Gamergate as the reason. She's going to say all these rage bait grifters have incited their fans, basically, to vote for this game as a GOTY at the Steam Awards.
Black Myth Wukong win Gotti at the Steam Awards if it's fan voted, and if it's honestly just a pretty mid game. It has to...
Now, I wouldn't say it's pretty mid to me. I thought it was okay. It wasn't my cup of tea. I don't think it was Game of the Year. I don't think it was Game of the Year at all. My Game of the Year was Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. But that's opinion. Everybody can have their own, right? But she's basically going to hint the reason why why it won was because the fans voted for it. She's showing why Access Media doesn't have business having a controlling stake in the voting of anything. Like the actual Game Awards by Jeff Keighley, 90% of the vote is Access Media, like Polygon, Vanity Fair. What the fuck is Vanity Fair voting for video games for? 90% of the vote at the Game Awards is Access Media. Only 10% of it is the fan voting. She's literally upset that fans were able to vote for a Game of the Year.
To do with the fact that this has become a sort of standard bearer for these quote-unquote culture war going on in modern video games.
See, she's brought up the culture war, saying that this is the standard bearer. Like, this was our game. This was our game, guys. All this chuds in this chat, this was our game, and that's the only reason why it won. So then she's actually technically admitting defeat. If she's speaking up and saying it only won because the fans voted, isn't that proving that their whole DEI narrative, their whole DEI initiative doesn't work? That the modern audience doesn't exist? Doesn't that prove that all the stuff that they do with video games doesn't work? Because the fans spoke up and voted Wukong? It proves that everything that these activists try to do in gaming doesn't work, and that people don't want it because the fans spoke. The fans voted for Black Myth Wukong. End of the fucking day. And then half the woke games didn't even get nominations at the actual woke game awards.
That, you know, in November 2023, Reb and Kihoon reported on
So she's bringing up this article that Rebecca Valentine and that translator who translated game science incorrectly, by the way. They misrepresented them. I made an article about this, and this was essentially a hit piece against game science and Black Myth Wukong. This was an article that was against them. And I made a video and actually did really well about this.
A toxic work environment that was
They basically tried to say that there was toxic work environment and sexism and misogyny and stuff at that studio.
happening at Game Science. Rebecca
100%
did an
a hit
absolutely,
piece.
unsurprisingly brilliant job. Reb Valentine is one of the best journalists in the video game industry. She went through absolute hell. She's nominated with me for Worst Journalist at the Gamer Awards, but I'm gonna win.
Yeah, at the Real Game Awards, she's nominated for Worst Game Journalist alongside Mercante. To be honest, we shouldn't vote we should not vote. Whoever has voting, if you guys have voting, don't vote for Mercante. Don't give her the satisfaction. She'll try to take that as a win. She'll say, "Oh, the Chuds hate me so much that I won Worst Game Journo." Like, she will take that. If we just ignored her and didn't vote for her to win that she would literally, that would show how irrelevant she really is.
Reb, so suck my dick. You perfect, amazing bitch. This piece was published in November 2023. It was incredibly well reported, well researched. I mean, look at how long it is. Look at everything.
This article was garbage, guys. Did y'all remember this? The amount of us right-wing rage bait grifters, we all came and we all tore this article apart. All of us, we tore this article apart. What's up, Candace?
That she's pulled up here. It is really, really, really well done. Once Black Myth Wukong started getting a lot more attention again because it was nearing release, everyone found this article that Reb wrote, 6, 7, 8 months ago and started dogpiling on her for it. And so in that, since it was happening not too long after the Sweet Baby Inc. piece happened and all of that drama, it kind of got roped into this culture war because clearly...
It got roped into the culture war because literally it was exposed that, allegedly, that Sweet Baby Inc. tried to extort this studio. And they said no. And then all of you and your little ilk wrote hit pieces.
That title alone will make a gooner be like, "Yeah, buddy, you're sexist? Well, count me in. Yeah."
You see how she's mocking you guys that watch rage bait right-wing grifters? They all think all you guys are hillbillies. They all think that you guys can't think for yourselves. Did y'all know that? They literally think that you guys cannot think for yourselves, that you guys are literal trailer trash. This is how they think you sound and think.
"You're sexist? Well, count me in. Yuck. I really want to buy your game." What became the litmus test for anti-woke gaming, right? So the fact that it was even nominated for Gotti is crazy at the Game Awards. Is crazy. Like, I'm not sitting here going like, this game sucked. It was a perfectly fine game. It didn't reinvent the wheel. It was a little rote in terms.
She's just jealous that the fans voted on it. She's just jealous that the fans voted on it. At the end of the fucking day, that's what it is.
In terms of the things that it was doing, it looked pretty cool, and that was it. Like, it is a thoroughly mid game. It is a game that you would play by probably go through it because you get like wrapped up in the simplicity of it. You'd enjoy it, and you'd beat it, and you'd never play it again. That's a fucking 6.
Did she say simplicity? That game was hard as shit. Black Myth Wukong was hard as fuck.
That's a 6. That's not a Gotti. It's not anti-woke. There's like no women in it, but like that's so many games. But
again, back to the women are oppressed narrative that she pushes. That's all she cares about is hating men.
Course, yes, this was like the standard bearer for anti-woke games. Everybody knew that it was going to win the fan voted things, and it did. Ultimate Game of the Year at Golden Joysticks. It won Player's Voice category at the 2024 Game Awards. It won
Look at all the stuff it's winning. What's up, Craig? No, they're not, Candace.
IGN's Community Awards. It's won fan voted awards in Spain, Croatia, Turkey, and Brazil. I'm not shocked that this is like this. And of course, Black Myth Wukong and fan voting awards is something that is being pushed by the people who are starting the real Game Awards. Fans are not voting in the...
See, she's seething. Like, all these people are seething about Stuttering Craig's Real Game Awards. And whether you like that he's charging to be able to vote in it or whatever, they're seething because journalists are banned. Anybody with access media is banned from voting on it.
Oscars, they're not voting in the Golden Globes, they're not voting. As much as we enjoy watching these events, as much as we enjoy seeing the red carpet, seeing the acceptance speeches, seeing the performances, this is a industry event by industry people for industry people.
See, she's just literally wanting to gatekeep.
Single major award show is voted on by people who are within that industry. And if I'm being completely honest with you, that's how it should be, because those are...
So only people in the industry should have a vote, guys. None of you watching this, if you're not in the industry, should not have a vote. Should not have a vote at all for Game of the Year. That's how these people think that they're better than you guys. First, they want to tell you that you're not a real gamer because you don't want DEI. Then they tell you that you're not able to vote. And then they'll tell you, well, if you don't like it, don't play it.
People who understand the work and the effort, the best that goes into those things. If you are inside that industry, you are working with people in that industry, you were reporting on things in that industry, you know back to front how much effort it takes for someone to get so into the character in a movie that they lose themselves for a little bit. Or, you know, someone...
She says a lot, but she's really not saying anything. She says a lot, but she's really not saying anything.
To make an album front to back that they've produced themselves. You can do both. Like, you can have fan-voted awards, and you can have industry awards. But I think the frustration is that flattening. And again, this is the internet, right? The internet deletes nuance. The internet is the enemy of nuance. Chinese gamers are not a monolith, but they had a legitimate Chinese-made game with a traditional...
So it just bugs her that fans were able to vote.
Yeah, that's true. China showed up and showed out. And that's fine. That's fine. We knew this was going to happen. Jeff Keighley has said that he wants the Game Awards to be like the Oscars, and that's what they are. And this serves a different purpose. But yes, I believe that it won twofold. I think part of the reason why it won is because it's being hailed as this brand new anti-woke thing. And
nobody said it was a brand new anti-woke thing. You guys were the ones that made it that way. If you wouldn't be writing these hit pieces and the stuff about Sweet Baby Inc. allegedly trying to extort it, you guys brought it upon yourselves why it became a part of the anti-woke crusade. China didn't advertise it as anti-woke.
It's the other reason why it's being hailed is because it's a Chinese game based on Chinese lore, which is pretty underserved in the video game industry. Period. The end. We should view major award shows as celebrations of the people making things in that specific industry by the people in that industry. And we should view separate fan-voted awards as a celebration of people making things in an industry by fans of that industry.
So yeah, that was her first video. And again, like I said, she's getting cooked. Let's see if she's gotten any new comments since then. I'm not going to make you guys sit through the other ones, although I am interested to see what the newest video is doing. I guess we could take a look at this because she did her take on Square Enix and I guess their harassment policy. We'll just take a quick look. We're not going to watch the whole thing. She's already getting ratioed. 72 dislikes to 17 likes. Dear God. Look at the comments. Oxygen thief. This woman's the biggest joke on the internet. It must be sad. Adam Susser had to say you're crazy. Imagine being hated more than me and still trying to be a public figure. Says racist Sonichu. Wait, this isn't OnlyFans. Odd that you dedicate a video to harassment. Are you ever going to apologize to Smash's wife for harassing her? Hey, I like that my shorts being recommended there. I wonder if that's showing up for... I wonder if she's going to... Anybody else is going to see that. You know you effed up when Mercante agrees with what you did. Go back to your cam girl job. Look at this fucking white knight. Why would you listen to a video of a harassed woman about harassment like she's going through about harassment becoming legally prosecutable and continue to harass her? Prater says, I smell a smelly smell. Absolutely getting fucking destroyed. We'll take a quick gander at this. I'm not going to do a full reaction to this one tonight.
Like, actually say.
Wow, the volume on this one's fucking low. Give me a second.
Like, name Gamergate. I think they know that, like, if you do that, that's like the bell ringing, you know, come get your slop, come get your dinner, and it's just 30 to 50 feral.
You see that? She's already mocking. Come get your slop, come get your dinner. What's up, Switch Critch?
Slop, come get your dinner, and it's just 30 to 50 feral hogs running. They said Gamergate.
She wonders why people come at her. Like, for real. Like, I don't give a shit. She could fucking have her opinion, but I think she wants. But I'm going to milk the cringe. I'm going to milk the cringe 110%.